I got very nervous after I stopped talking. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Day by Day Podcast. I'm Leslie.
And I'm Diana.
And today we are recording episode 34. Woo woo, 34.
We just got done recording 33.
33, now 34.
Woohoo.
I was like, because I guess we were talking about which episode, like topics that we're going to talk about. And I was like, okay, what's next? Oh, I was like, okay. So today we're going to, Diana's like dancing over here.
I'm trying to wake up.
I'm trying to wake up. I know. We're doing overthinking. Just like, we were like, how are we going to start this? That's us overthinking.
You see, girl, what's the one thing that you overthink like every day?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, I made her overthink now.
Damn. Why do I always overthink? I mean, okay, so I guess I can give you a timeline of when I wake up. When I wake up, I always think coffee. What am I going to get? And then I'm like, okay, what day is today? Okay, I got to do this. It's just like a lot of things like in my brain that I'm like, okay, I got to do this. And like, I guess it just depends. I think it just depends on the week or what's happening that I'll be overthinking. But I'm always overthinking.
So I feel like you overthink like your schedule.
Yep. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I just said. I just overthink my schedule.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's the reason why I wanted a calendar or an agenda, because I thought it was going to help me. I thought it was going to be like, okay, if I have everything down of what I'm going to do, I'll be cool. But no, my brain just doesn't stop. I'm just an overthinker in general for anything.
Yeah.
And
I am too.
And I think that's where a lot of like my anxiety kicks in. And I don't know about you. Oh no, I think you did too. You told me I peel off my skin.
That's what I've been doing.
What the fuck? I didn't even notice. Diana! Was it the other topic? Was it getting a little too spicy for you?
A little too spicy. No, I don't know why. Like I'm always in a state of anxiety.
Yeah.
And like 2 years, like in 2021, like I would have like really weird heart palpitations like every so often, and it would freak me out. But I've learned to like relax myself a little, but I still can't help the peeling of
Mira,
my
mine
fingers.
like touch my skin. That's what I do. So it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
So because I'm always doing this, and then it gets to a point where like it hurts a lot. I'm like, ow, and I'll have to stop.
You overpeel.
I overpeel. Or another thing, I get itchy.
I remember you told me that you start to like
Scratch, and then on my feet, like on the side of my foot, and it was horrible. It was hell, and it would always happen at nighttime.
Do you think it's like a self-soothing thing?
I didn't feel self-soothing. It hurt.
Oh no!
I had to buy this crema. That's like, it's like a healing cream situation that you have to put on.
Oh, no.
And I still had to put it on here and there when I'm like overthinking about stuff. But it sucks.
It does.
Like sometimes I'm like talking and like I'm talking to we can have a happy conversation. It could be about something else, but in the back of my head, my brain won't stop.
Yeah.
Like my mind.
Same.
Like my mind, it just thinks about like everything else that I have to do afterwards.
Girl, you see, sometimes whenever I do kind of like zone out and like disassociate whenever I'm talking to somebody, like I'll come back and I'll be like, oh my God, Diana, what did you just say?
You know what? I do that a lot, but when I'm driving.
Oh no.
When I'm driving, I will space out and it's
forget.
scary because I would be like, when did I get here? Like, and that always freaks me out. I'm like, girl, pay attention to the road. Stop thinking. Stop it. Damn.
I know. And like sometimes, like whenever I overthink things, it's like at work, it's like, oh my God, did I do something right? Did I mess something up? Do I have to call this? Do I have to call that?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like what did they find out? I didn't even do shit.
Yes.
But I'm like, am I gonna get fired? Did they find something out?
I do that too. And it's like, or también like when Luigi travels for work, my anxiety kicks in and I'm like, did I close the fridge right? Did I put the toilet seat down? Wait, did I make coffee this morning? Like my mom, or did I lock the door?
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear. And my brain is like, I guess it's like already knows that when I lock it, I always touch the knob to make sure. And I'm like, did I do that? I'll have to go back and look at the camera to see myself doing it.
Me too.
You know what I saw también on TikTok? Especially for people who overthink, before you leave, take photos of everything that you think you leave, that you left on and stuff.
My God.
I did that a few times and it helps because the entire time I'll be at work and be like, did I do it? Or sometimes, Diana, no lie, I will be like, I had already left my street. I will come back
just to make sure.
Oh no. And my cats look at me like I'm crazy. Like, what are you doing here? Like, you just left. It's so bad.
Dude, for real. And like sometimes I'll do that with like the food that I eat too. And
wait, what do you mean?
Like, and I think that's how like my binge got kind of bad, because like I would overthink it. I'd be like, oh my God, like this is bad for me. I shouldn't be eating this. Why am I still eating it? Well, I might as well just finish it. I already started it.
Oh.
Or like I won't eat and I'll be like, no, I can't eat yet. Yes. I need to wait to eat.
Yes.
I need to drink more water. You know, and like I'll start to like think like that. Or and then I'm like, you're dizzy. No, you're not hungry though. You're just dizzy. And it's like, but you're anemic. Eat.
Oh my God. You know what? It's so sad también because Miss Autumn's the one that pointed it out to me yesterday. So I always I don't wear a lot of colors because, for one, I'm very insecure. And yesterday I wore a pink shirt.
Oh.
And I think I'll show you. I think I showed you the picture. But I wore a pinkish shirt, and then she was like, "You look really cute." And then this one. And then she was like, I walked in the class. She goes, "Oh, you look cute. You look cute in pink." And automatically, my mind goes to me doing this.
Yeah, like pulling the shirt,
like
to cover up.
Yeah. And then she said that she's like, I noticed how when I complimented you, you just do it without. But at the same time, it's me overthinking, like, oh, do I look fat? Like, even before we left the house, I asked Mara, I'm like, am I showing too much? Because the shirt was kind of like low. Like high. I mean, it was high, and I was wearing like leggings, and sometimes like I get very insecure when my ass is sticking out.
Oh, no.
And it's like, and Mama's like, girl, if I had your ass, I would be showing it. It's like,
you see though,
but it's us overthinking about like, oh my God, am I showing too much? Is this like, do I look like a certain way, or like we just automatically just do this?
Yeah, like pull a shirt just to cover up. I do that a lot too. I'm just like in my head, I'm like, oh no, my God, like people are judging me. Like it's not in a conceited way. It's not like oh my God, they think I'm cute. I'm like in my head, I'm like, oh my God, they think I look gross. Yeah. I look gross. Diana, why did you eat that?
Girl, no, but it's because we're our entire lives.
We're being judged.
Our own families. We were being judged. Watch, nos miraban de arriba para abajo. And they still do that. Like, again, I don't see my family often, but even my brother, Meme pointed it out. He was like, because we went to, I don't want to say what event, because I don't want, like, if it listens, they're gonna like put the puzzles. But we went to this event thingy, and Meme's like, Leslie, I noticed how hardcore so and so was staring at you, and she was looking at you up and down. And I was like, I know. The entire time I was like, damn, do I look fat? Damn, what? Fuck, they're just looking. Oh my God, they're judging. Oh my God, they're judging the way I look. Oh, I should have not came. Like, it was like all these like, and it's always negative.
Yeah, I feel like once like you point something out, it's always gonna stick there. Always, it's always gonna be like, oh my God, like they notice. You know,
I'm horrible. I'm ugly. Stop looking.
Another thing that I overthink a lot is like the cleaning. Like whenever I'm like, okay, I'm not doing enough. I need to get up and like pick things up. I need to get up and clean. Like I don't deserve to be like sitting down and relaxing.
Yes. I think it's because también, like, we siempre nos decían, ay, se hace floja, ponte a hacer algo.
Yes.
So it's always like, that's always in the back of our heads. Like, we don't know how to relax.
Yeah.
We don't know how to relax because our entire lives, like, nos regañaban. I would get in trouble because I wanted to go out. Siempre estás de vaga. I'm like, I'm going to Barnes and Noble. Like, I'm not going clubbing. Or we're going to book club. Or it's like, or if I was at home, ay, todo el día en la casa no sales. I'm like, and I said it one day, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go out? Or do you want me to stay in? Like, damn.
I've seen memes of that too, where it's like whenever you grow up in, you know, like in a brown household, and you know, like whenever you have fun yesterday, you can't have fun today.
Yes. And that's always so, it's so crazy that so many of us went through it. Because for the longest time I thought it was just us, or like, you know, like just my mom. Like, damn, I wish I had a different mom. But no, it's like all of us, all, like, especially people of like color, we all went through, like,
we all went through it. To the strictness.
Y también, like, a lot of like the overthinking, again, it has to do with the way we were raised, with always worrying about financially, and like always worrying about like paying our bills, like, you know, because I grew up with like my mom always stressing and always overhearing how much they would stress about not having enough money and stuff. So that, and once I started working, that was always my priority, like helping them as much as I can.
Yeah.
We have what we have because of them. So now it's my turn. It's my turn to take care of them and stuff like that. And I feel like so many people don't understand that. Like, again, with the way me and Luigi were raised, like, his parents were always like, no, like, don't worry about it. You be you. We're gonna be okay. As if for us was more like, what can you help us with? Can you help us? You know what I mean? And obviously you don't want to say no because it's like that guilt. And sometimes they won't even say anything, but it's just like in our conscience, like, fuck, like now they're thinking like,
I need to step up.
Mm-hmm. Kind of thing. And that's, and till today, like here and there, I try and like here and there when I see them struggling, because things will happen. Like, siempre hay algo. Like, it's always either, it was like the roof of my mom's house, it was the restroom que había un fuga or whatever. So obviously I try to help them as much as I can. But it's that too. It's the overthinking. Like, am I not helping enough? Fuck, I should help more. And then I would feel bad about my traveling. Like, crap, like I should have not booked that flight. I should have not gone here because I could have used that money to help them. But it's kind of like, but I also want to live. You know?
Yeah, like you're in between, like wanting to help but also wanting to be selfish because we only have one life.
Yeah. And that's what I'm seeing a lot too, that especially our generation, like, you know how I've touched on this too, where it's like, when are you going to grow up kind of thing. Well, I'm doing everything that I couldn't do as a kid right now because
I got adult money now.
I got my adult money, or like, you know, I'm like again trying to live like everything that I couldn't do back then.
Dude, for real.
But
And
then again, my overthinking. Should I not be like this? Or is she right? Am I too childish? Or is it like, am I being smart, like with my money? You know, like all these thoughts. I'm like, no, no, no. And then those are things that will haunt me at night. I'm like itching. I'm like, oh fuck. And then with my trip coming up soon, I just told my mom that I'm going back to New York, and she's like, "Ay, Leslie, pero está tan caro." But to be fair, I don't even waste that much money.
no, because it's not
It's
like,
just me.
yeah, it's not like you go to like fancy ass restaurants and fancy ass stores.
Girl, I eat like dollar cheese pizzas or bagels, and like, you know, and it's just me alone. And I'm really smart with my money. I try and, like, obviously I always take more than I should, but I rather do that than
And be safe.
mm-hmm.
Let me see. No, it's because for real, like sometimes life just hits you hard, and you know you feel like you're not prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's another reason why, because like we don't want to be left like that. Like we don't want to be left like like in ruin, you know, like having to like struggle, having to like scramble and like make sure that like everything is paid and we can still eat. And that's pretty tough, especially now, dude. Everything like with fucking inflation, a lot of people are living like that. And that's scary.
It is scary.
Life is just scary, especially like scary. With health. Like sometimes whenever like I feel certain pain somewhere, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like over here, Dr. Google.
Yes, God, Dr. Google.
Yeah. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Is this
cancer? Everything's cancer.
I know.
I'm overthinking. Brain cancer.
You see?
Yes. Oh my God. And then that's again, I'm like, oh fuck. And then everything starts hurting.
Literally. And I'm like, how much is this treatment going to cost? How much is this surgery going to cost? I haven't even been diagnosed with anything. Like, I don't even know.
I'm dying.
I know. I need to up my life insurance.
Yes. It's just it's hard not to be an overthinker, especially like you said nowadays con everything happening in life. But sometimes journaling helps me. Like sometimes there's nights, especially when I'm home alone, that's when especially I love and I hate being home alone because when I'm home alone, that's when all my thoughts really come out. At least when Luigi's there, I'm distracted. Or if I'm feeling like very anxious, like I would just hug him and I'll feel better. But especially when I'm home alone, that's when like I go dark. Like all my dark thoughts. I'm like, and I have to like write everything. Like I would just let it all out. And you know what's helped me too, Diana? Learning how to write cursive. I don't know what it is about cursive, but like when you're writing, it's like very like this. Like your hand just moves on its own instead of like print. Like with print is very like
like you have to keep on like removing the pencil off.
Yes, but with cursive, it just like
floats.
It floats, and I love it so much.
For me, that's been crocheting.
Yeah.
Because like whenever I'm crocheting, I'm like thinking about the next loop. I'm like 1, 2.
You're distracted, you know?
And I don't think about other things.
Yeah. And for me, también is Legos. Like just like okay, next I need this. Another thing that helps me too is reading, which I've kind of slacked off a little bit on, but today we're going to book club. So I will get back to my reading. But yeah, or cleaning. Yeah. Cleaning's a big one for me.
Yeah, because like whenever I'm cleaning, I'll turn on like a podcast or something, and I'm just like listening to like, and a lot of the times it's like true crime or like some weird mysterious stuff, and I'm just like cleaning, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, what?
Yes. Speaking of, did you see what's coming on Netflix this Wednesday?
What?
The Jennifer. You know about Jennifer, right? The girl who had tiger parents. Did you ever hear about that case?
Oh, que ella los mató.
Well, yeah. Her documentary is coming out.
Really?
This Wednesday.
Damn.
On Netflix. And you know Netflix kills it with those documentaries.
Dude,
they do an amazing job. I don't know if you saw, I know getting off topic, me overthinking. I don't know if you saw the one about that school where the parents would send their kids because they were quote unquote really, really bad. But that school was like a cult, and they would mistreat them, and like it was very, very sad how all these kids were treated. I forgot the name of it, but I'll look it up and you should watch it. It's like a short documentary. It's like a 4 or 5 episodes only. It's really good.
That's another thing that I overthink, like the way that kids are.
And like especially you with your kids.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm always asking them, I'm like, how's school, just just to make sure that no one's being mean to them, no one's like picking on them, and that like nothing bad happens or they don't feel like a certain type of way, because I know that nowadays kids can be like really bad. Like they're very shitty.
No, it's scary. No, because and honestly though, I feel like it has to do a lot the way you're raising your kids.
Yeah.
Because I babysit a few kids, and they're at that age where they're like almost teenagers. But I've also noticed that it has to do with the way if your kids feel safe with you and how much they will share, because I've seen it too, how they don't have a good relationship with their parents, and like they're going through a lot. Like, I probably should have not done this, but I was cleaning this room and her diary was open, and I kind of like I'm sweeping here, la la la.
Oh
I
my
didn't
God.
tell the mom. I didn't tell her,
Yeah.
but and it's really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and see, like, that's why and, you know, like, I don't tell my kids, I'm like, y'all better tell me no. I'm just like, you know, if you ever feel a certain way, like, it's okay to feel feelings. It's okay to feel emotions, you know, like, that's normal. It's the way that you react. That's what's important. You know, so if you ever feel like you need to talk, like, whenever Mateo or, like, Mario, like, they want to tell me something, that's, like, actually serious to them, I don't play around, and I don't make like a big ass deal out of it. And I'm not like, oh my God, like, you know, I'm just like, okay, you know, like I try to explain to them how, or like first I try to hear them out. I'm like, okay, how do you feel about that? And then, you know, that's whenever like I'll try to like give an advice or like try to teach them like how or like what things are. And I know that a lot of people are like, oh my God, no, like they're kids. And I'm like, no, like they need to know what the signs of a narcissistic person is. They need to know the signs of what a bad person is. So that way they can choose. Like, you can't just tell them, you know, like, oh, you know, like sometimes it's like this. Like, no, like this is a definition of this. And then they can, you know, like they'll understand.
Because they're smart. Kids are
Yeah,
smart.
They are.
Like, I think that was the big problem with us, like our generation, was the fact that our parents thought, oh, so niños, like, you know, like
we just need to scare them.
Yeah, just scare them.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's why we're overthinkers, because we're, you know, we never had that secured. We never felt secure or like comfortable enough to like open up. So it was always like, we got so, it's so sad to say, but we got so used to talking to ourselves. You know, I would do that so much. Like as a kid, I remember I would just talk to myself, like in my head. Yeah. And because of that, I still do it.
Same.
You know?
And I make jokes about it. I'm like, sometimes I just need expert advice.
Yes. But that's good, Diana, that you're talking to your kids, because, man.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want them to go through what we're going through.
Girl, no, it's good. And like, that's scary because like sometimes like it's eating away at them. And like they don't say anything. They don't talk. And like, I already know how that feels. Like, that feels really shitty. Like, you feel like you're secluded and like away. And you feel like you're going through it alone. And like, you're the only one that's like going through shitty situations. And like, life is shitty, but it can also be beautiful, you know? And another thing that I would overthink a lot, and you know, this is something that like my parents would make me scared of. I still can't open the front door.
Me neither.
I'll look
at it. Don't matter who it is.
Yeah, I'll look at the ring and I'm like, what are y'all gonna leave?
Yes. I hear the door and I start thinking like,
let me go hide.
Oh my God, they're gonna come kill me. Yes. Girl, it's because that's how we were raised, to always be scared. Que el Señor te va a llevar.
And the funny thing is that like, whenever I go for a walk, like I'll go for a walk like at night.
Girl. Why are you walking at night?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, kind of peaceful. It seems kind of.
Yeah, and I like to look at the stars.
Yeah,
it's really nice. But like,
it looks safe here though.
It is. It's really quiet and chill. But I'll still walk like with my knuckles and my pepper spray.
Yes, girl. Yeah, girl. You gotta be prepared.
You see,
you gotta be prepared for anything.
It's because people are crazy. That's another thing. Like, just going out and like to the store, because you don't know who's gonna try to like fucking kidnap you.
That's so sad. And like the trust. We don't have trust. That's why también we're overthinkers. Because I remember a lot of the time, a big problem with that. I don't know if your mom would do this, but one bad thing that my mom did with me was anytime I would tell her something, she would go and tell all my other aunts. Like she would be like, she would call them and just like share whatever I've had said, and that made me like not want to open up, you know, because I was like, damn, I can't trust you.
Yeah, because you're gonna go off and tell everybody, and everyone's gonna gossip, and everyone's gonna judge, without even knowing like the true extent. I see. I know. And like sometimes you just want to like vent. You don't even want advice. It's like, can I just vent? Can I just like take this out and you know, I'll work on it later? But it's like, no, because like your information is just everywhere now.
But you know what though? I have noticed that now, I don't know if it's because of my age or now, but now my mom and I have such a better communication.
Yeah.
Like, we talk now, and it's like, I don't know. It's so much better now.
I think it's the fact that you guys aren't living under the
I
same
think
roof
it's
anymore.
the fact that we're not living. Yeah.
Yeah. Because same. Like whenever I was seeing my mom like more, we would have like that weird connection. And like now she's like, you know, I miss you guys. You know, like she's happy to like hear about us or like see us. And like before it wasn't like that. Before it was like, oh, you know, like I wouldn't say that like miserable, but like I think like sometimes you just need to let people miss you.
Yeah.
So they can be like, damn.
Yeah. And then another thing, I don't know. Sometimes I do feel sad because I know my mom sometimes, también, I'm pretty sure 100% she's an overthinker too. And
of course
they
all are,
all of them. But it's just so sad. I just hope like she either finds peace or is happy sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
it makes me sad sometimes, and that's why sometimes I always try and like visit her, talk to her, you know, because I want to have that good relationship with my mom too. Yeah,
sometimes I do think that too, and I'm just like, damn, I'm like, I should go and visit them, or like, or another thing that I do, I'm like, sometimes like I want to like call people and like just check up on them, but then like I'm weird because then like they tell me stuff and I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that, or like I don't know if I'm ready to like respond to that, or I don't know if I'm gonna say something awkward, if I'm, you know, like if I'm not gonna be enough for what they're going through.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes people are going through certain things and I don't know how to react, and I'm like I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Or sometimes it could be the other way around. It could be that person who's going through a lot, but at the same time, you're an overthinker and you think, are they gonna judge me? Are they gonna judge my decision? Are they gonna judge the whole? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that makes it hard, like, to also open up to people because, I mean, like I said, there's stuff that I don't know if I'm gonna ever open up here in the pod, but obviously to you later on, if I feel more comfortable about it later on. But again, that's me overthinking. It's kind of like just being judged, and which I know you're not, and I've shared a couple of it with my other two friends, but it's kind of like, it's that fear, you know. It's that fear about like, if are they gonna see you differently, or like your whole like life differently, you know.
I guess because we were judged. Like I remember like always being like the weird one. I always felt like the weird cousin too, you know. And like my mom would, you know, like sometimes she'd be like, oh, like she wouldn't say that I wasn't normal, she would say something, but like I would, you know, I would understand it that I'm not normal. And so like now whenever like my kids do something funny or they do something weird, like Mario, he started watching like Poppy Playtime, and it's like this big creature, and like the way that it moves like, you know, like crawling.
I've seen
weird.
it.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
And like Mario will do that, and I'm not, you know, I don't tell him. I don't tell him, Mario, don't do that. Like that's weird.
Yeah.
I just look at him and I'm like, hey, you know, like I'll laugh with him.
I love that.
Or like I'll run away from him and like pretend.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what we, and don't get me wrong, like I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be like people that judge him and like make fun of him for doing that. And I'm always having to tell him, I'm like, there's always gonna be somebody that doesn't like what you do, always. And like sometimes like I do understand that, but other times I'm like, fuck, like I want people to like me, like I want people to think that I'm normal. And like that's always like in the back of my head, even though I want to push, I don't care.
Yeah.
But like low-key I do.
That sounds like Luigi too. Cause él también, he was kind of quote unquote like the weird, I hate saying that, or like like not the normal one. Like what is normal? But
yeah, right.
But you know what I mean. But like he grew up being like the different one, or very like kiddish, and still is, and I love that about him. But he was always like very. Like they would make comments like, "Hey, cuando se te va a quitar?" Or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like, I mean, like with me, like I feel like for me it took a minute for my kiddish to come out, because for so long I had to be the mature one for so long. And then like I feel like once I started working and once I got out of that very, very toxic relationship with that older man, I feel like that's when I really like came out, like my true self. And that's when I really like, I'm happy. I'm happy with like everything that I have and stuff. Um but yeah, it's just we were always like shut down. Or it was always like, I no hagas eso, que va, well, what are they gonna think of you? Like, like very judgy. Um yeah, and that's a lot of like the overthinking, like, or something, I've always said, like, I'm like, oh fuck, or should I not be like this? Should I change the way I am? Should I stop acting así? But no, like,
Yeah, that's what makes us quirky. I'm just kidding.
yeah, quirky. I love it.
No, but it's
I'll take it.
seriously, like a lot of the things that we overthink is because it was pointed out to us by our parents. Like,
Yeah.
whenever, like, what we eat, how we look like, how we acted, how we thought,
My
what
tattoos.
we did. Yeah.
No, my mom, that I overthink about that. I'm like, fuck. She said I can't make, because
You don't even live there
She don't
anymore.
know. She don't know. She doesn't know about these two, and then she's not gonna know about the next two.
Oh my
So,
God.
and they're very visible. Like, I can't hide these. But yeah.
Have you seen that one video where it's like cuando te dicen que eres un delincuente porque tienes un tatuaje?
Yes,
And it's like the cutest little thing.
little ones, or like
Yeah.
a cute little quote.
Yeah.
Un día a la vez.
And they're like, oh yeah, no, se ve como que ando matando personas.
I
¿verdad?"
know. I'm
It's
like,
like the cutest things.
what do you mean? I look like a killer. Like, pases de la calle, Leslie. I'm like, do I?
No, but, like, your tattoos are cute because they're like the
Thanks.
fine line, like they're like the aesthetic ones. Like mine, like my lone
No.
tattoo. I mean, then again, I got this one like
Yours
years
means
ago.
no, but at the moment, it meant so much to you.
Yeah,
That's how I feel about my neck tattoo.
yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I shouldn't have that, because it's like I'm not even religious and stuff like that. But at that, because I told Luigi too. I was like, I sometimes think about I should cover it up with something else. Like, I've been looking at different ideas, and Luigi's like, but you shouldn't, because at that moment it meant something to you, and it did.
Yeah.
And I remember when I got it with my friend. I think I can say her name because she listens to the pod, but she and I, it was just like, when it happened, we just did it spontaneously.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was going through I had just moved out of the house, or más bien kicked out of the house, and yeah, and this is what always will remind me of. So
Your rebellion.
my rebel. Yeah. So it has a meaning, and
Yeah.
everybody, I always forget it's there sometimes because I don't wear my hair up. So yeah, everybody thought this was my first tattoo.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, because
Nobody. I always have my hair down, and then when I show them at work, they're like, oh, "That's your second one?" I was like, "Yeah." And then when I got my third one, they're like, "Oh my gosh!" And I'm getting my fourth one, in 2 weeks. I'm getting my
kitty.
And then hopefully my next one will be the one with you.
We're gonna get some cowgirls.
We're getting some cowboy skulls.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting I already have my Coraline button planned. See, I want to get my Beauty and the Beast rose, but here I go again, overthinking. I don't know where I want it, because I know I keep saying I want it like aquí, but I feel like that's very like, everybody has like roses, like, I don't know. So I'm going to put that one on hold. I don't want to get something if I'm not going to be like obsessing over it.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like the rose, I don't know. Like, do you want it like low to where like you can see it, or do you want it a bit higher where other people can
I
see
could
it?
probably like get a smaller one, like acá arriba. But let me just tell you, this one took a long time to heal because of where it is.
Because of the
the
sensitive
spot.
skin, right? It's like on the inner bicep area.
Yeah, and it did hurt a little bit.
Yeah. No, yeah, like this one hurt. Like right here, it hurt.
I know.
Aquí it didn't hurt as bad, but
Just
aquí
like you
sí.
and Meme. Meme also
Yeah.
got his there, and I was like, "Oh, did that hurt your veins?" Like, I know. I'll be so scared because I want my Coraline button, and I'm gonna get it like lower aquí, but not like in the middle. I can't. And then I also want to get tattoos like aquí. But then I'm like,
Yeah.
ay, estás hairy, Leslie.
Oh my god.
But my coworkers is like, but no se te va, you won't really see the hair.
No, because of
so-
the ink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I might, but I'm gonna take it easy. I think for this year I'm just gonna get. My plan is to get 3 more, and that's it. Just the one with Sarah, you, and my Coraline button.
This is her tattoo era.
My tattoo era.
Yeah.
And I said it. It's gonna be my tattoo era, and it was. But another thing I always overthink financially.
Yep. Same.
Girl, it's always in the back of my head. And then, pero sabes what is my big problem? I go back to, I'm so used to me doing everything alone. And Luigi's always like, I am here. If you need me, I'm here. Like,
I have your back.
yes. He's always telling me we're a team. We're partners in crime. And he's like, babe, if you're ever low on money, or because I have a shopping addiction with my Afterpays. So yeah, and I always forget that. And when I learned that when I go like, Leslie, he's right there, like, you have him, girl, I feel so like it's like a big relief.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's because that's what partners are. Partners are like, like your backbone, like
Yeah.
they're with you, like they're gonna help you. They're not the backup. Like
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't be doing everything on your own.
Mm-hmm.
But I do understand what you mean about like the finances, because sometimes I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Sorry if y'all hear that. It's Mario eating cereal.
Let's
He's
give it
overthinker.
what's it called? The ASMR.
ASMR, yeah.
Little noises. The chewing.
Oh my god. Oh.
Hey, that's a win though.
You see?
That's a win.
The ASMR eating.
Yeah.
He's throwing something away. Okay. There, I think he's done.
Yeah, not describing it. You grab a bowl. The color is. I'm just kidding.
That's because like he has like a little pickup like hook thing,
Uh-huh.
like that kids have, where like you can. It's long and like you can grab stuff with.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's doing it with that.
yeah, he was doing it with that.
Atlanta.
There he goes, another one. He's mixing the chocolate cereal with the Cheerios. Mario, Jesus.
He's like, can y'all not look at me?
But I've noticed that he's an overthinker too, because
Aww.
like he wants to get good grades, and like he'll tell me, he'll be like, Mom, what if I don't Mario, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, just put it down. Jesus. Sometimes he'll tell me, he'll be like, what if I don't get a good grade? And I'm like, why are you acting like I'm a tiger parent?
Yeah.
I'm like, as long as you get B's and up, I don't care.
Yeah.
But he's always like, what if I get a B? I'm like,
he's a people pleaser too.
Yeah,
he's one of us.
yeah. So sometimes like I have to teach him to like, I guess, argue or like fight back,
Mm-hmm.
because like I feel like
He doesn't want to let people down.
yeah, and I feel
Mhm.
like he shouldn't be a people pleaser. So like sometimes like we'll kind of bicker back and forth, and like I let him bicker with me, unless like he goes borderline like disrespectful, and I'm like, hey, like I'm your
Mhm.
mom,
Yeah.
but like I'll let him bicker just so he can learn to fight back,
Yeah.
basically, like so he doesn't get taken advantage
Mhm.
of.
Yeah.
And he does do that sometimes. Like he'll be like he'll set his boundary,
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's another thing. Like we're or I mean, at least I know I am. Like I'll overthink things, and I'm like I'll try to people please, and I'm like, okay, no, like I shouldn't put a boundary, like
Mhm.
because that's gonna hurt their feelings.
Yes. Or you think you're gonna, or like a while back, I had like a misagreement with one of my friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I really wanted to tell her how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, oh, but if I send it, she's probably not gonna want to be friends with me anymore, or she's probably gonna like, because you're so used to being always shut down, know. And I remember I sent the message. I said, because we have a group chat, and I send it to the group chat, and I explained to the message how I felt and how like it made me feel, and I was like, fuck, that's it. I fucked it up. I lost my friends. They're not my friends anymore. They hate me. And no, like she messaged me privately, like in a different group, like in her own message, and she told me like thank you for like telling me how you felt, and I'm sorry that I made you feel like that, because she's also very like she doesn't is really good with her with opening up to people kind of thing. And yeah. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh, like I should have not done that, or
Yeah.
just over. Or también with your job, like you said, like también anytime like they like my director wants to talk to me, I'm like, oh my god, did I do something? What did I do?
What did they find out?
What did they find out? Did they find was I on my phone? Am I using the restroom too much? Or
Did it take too long?
Did it take too long?
Oh no.
And something's like so dumb too. But that's just us overthinking. I want his energy.
I think he accidentally hit himself. No, I think he accidentally hit himself with the chair and he's freaking out.
Oh no, that's never fun.
Homie, walk it off. Come on, walk it off. You're good.
No, those are never fun. Oh no, they hurt so much when you hit your toe, or like the little one. I was like, ah.
But Mario, Jesus, he has really bad allergies. But also like whenever the kids get hurt, as long as I don't break something,
yeah,
like I'm like I check and make sure, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, no, you're fine, like just walk it off.
Yeah,
because I feel like if I baby them too much, if I'm like, oh no, my sweet child, like I want to,
not my porcelain,
I know, my porcelain babies. But sometimes you're like, hey, like come on, get back up, and now he's eating. Mario.
Yeah. I have a friend who, with her daughter, she's an overthinker. I mean, and she's always like, "Am I enough? Like, am I doing the right things? Am I showing them like And it's, do you feel like that?
Yeah, because sometimes I'm just like, oh my god, am I gonna traumatize them? Did what I just say like do something bad?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm always like, fuck. I'm like, should I have not taught them that, or should I have not told them that? And sometimes I'm like, oh my god, did I put like a lot of fear in them?
Yeah, yeah.
Because like sometimes like I'm paranoid, because like I know how like life can be. I know that people can be like really shitty, and sometimes I'm just like, I tell them, I'm like, hey, like it's okay to have friends, just don't 100% like trust your life with them. Like still like like take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Keep your own guard up.
Yep.
Have your friends.
Yep.
Have fun, but just take care of yourself.
Yep. Because I feel that like a lot. We went through shit with friends.
Yeah.
Growing up,
a lot of backstabbers.
My mom has no idea that I went through.
Oh no.
But it has to do a lot because I didn't feel safe enough to open up to her.
Pues sí.
I felt like I was like, was it my fault? Did I cause this and stuff?
Yeah.
So, but that's good. That's good that you have that. That's how my friend is. She's like, I want to have like a good relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, just so they don't feel alone. And like sometimes Mario would tell me, he'll be like, oh, like this person was being mean, and I'm like, sometimes you can't be friends with them all. Like you just kind of have to accept that not everyone's gonna like you. Not everyone's gonna like the way you are, and that's okay. Like you don't have to like them either. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't be a people pleaser.
No,
because I still am.
I still am too sometimes, but I feel like I've gone better at it.
Yeah.
I've gone
like
better.
Putting your boundary and being like, no, like this is it. Like this is as far as you're gonna take it.
I feel like I can handle more like. Well, no. I think I care less about people who I'm not close to, what they think about me, but like the people that I do let inside my life, those are the ones that I'm like, they're like my little porcelains, my little babies. Like,
don't break them.
You don't want to break them. You gotta be gentle. Because there is times that I won't respond to like group chats and stuff like that, and then it's been like a week or weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, they hate me. Oh my god. But that's why, that's another reason why I do appreciate like the people that I do have in my life, because they're very understanding people.
Yeah. And like I feel like it was like the older generation where they were like in everything, and they just knew like what to say and like how to act and like how to feel. And me, even though like my feelings are like genuine, whenever they tell me something, I feel like I'm not expressing them correctly. Sometimes I'm like, like if they tell me good news, I'm like, oh my god, and then in the back of my head, I'm like, wait, did that look fake? I'm like, no, but I am happy for them.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How did it
Yes.
show?
Yes. Or sometimes like that man, like you'll have a conversation with somebody, you'll be like, why the did I say that?
Yes, always.
Like you start like playing the whole thing.
Yes, I'm like, Diana, you're fucking weird.
They hate me.
Shut up, Diana. Yeah, I know. God,
Girl.
I know. Or like whenever somebody tells me something sad and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
I need to cry. I need to cry.
No, I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Yes.
What do I do? What do I say? How do I feel? I don't know. I'm like, I feel sad. I feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't think they need that. I don't know what to do.
I know. It's so crazy. Like, you don't want to feel like, you don't want to say, oh, I know how you feel. You know what I mean? You never want to do that because it's kind of like, no, we don't.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Yeah. I guess it's just like, I guess we overthink just being human.
Yes, we overthink. Like, what is the right? But I feel like, the right people, the people that you let in your life,
Yeah. They'll understand.
They would understand. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, oh no, like I get it. Like, that's why we have a connection because we kind of feel the same way.
And there is friendships that you unfortunately had to let go of. At least I did.
Yeah.
The ones that I really wanted to keep, but then I'm like, no, they're not good. They're not good in my life. Yeah. So let go.
Like this was too high maintenance and not in a good way, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah. It's just learning how to letting go. Is just learning how to like not be hard on yourself.
Yeah. You're doing good.
You're doing great.
You're alive this long.
Like you're doing great, sweetie.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Sometimes I have certain quotes saved just for myself to look back up. I'm doing great. That's why I love TikTok so much, because I feel like there's so many people out there that are going through the same shit as you are,
and you feel less alone. You have the reassurance,
and you don't know these people, but yet you feel so connected to them. So,
hey, Mario. Sorry, he came back out, so I'm telling him to go back into his cave.
She's like, go back to your cave.
Yeah, for real. Oh, but yeah, girl, I don't know. I feel like we do overthink a lot of things, and it is 100% because of past things that we still haven't been able to, work through.
Yeah, and I feel like in a way I've gotten a little bit much better about not being an overthinker, because like I said, I had that bad itchiness, and for I want to say it was a few months, I even got scared. I was having like bad headaches, but the headaches were coming like from like the back, like here, and it was like so much stress.
Damn. Yeah, that is stress. That's stress so much and lack of sleep.
Damn.
I know, girl.
But I've gotten better. Yeah. But I mean, last year was just a year. Damn. But yes, it's gotten so much better, and honestly, moving out helped a lot, and just having your own space.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever realized how much you needed your own space.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
But it's one of those things that's kind of hard, because we were raised to that family is everything. Like.
And I mean, yeah.
And it is. And obviously that's why I always try and help my mom when I can.
Yeah.
Because now I have my own big girl bills. Pero it's just finding balance, I feel.
Yeah, and I feel, and like the thing is that like you said, like yes, like family is, everything, but also like you still need to make your own life. Like, you still need to do what you need to do. And that's why I always tell myself, I'm like, the moment that like my kids are like grown and like older, like of course I'm still gonna be here to like help them, but I'm just gonna let them live. Like I'm gonna do like my own, like I'm gonna have my own worries, I'm gonna have like my own issues, and that's all they're gonna be my own. I'm not gonna be like, oh, like my kids, like my kids aren't my therapist.
Yeah. Yep.
So
damn, that's a shirt. Make that a shirt, Diana.
I should, right? I should copyright it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well,
we hope y'all enjoyed this.
Yes, and
I guess let us know like what things that y'all overthink.
Yeah. Let us know what you overthink, and You know, just damn. I'm about to say it. Take it day by day, guys.
Take it day
Literally.
by day.
I love that that's the name we went with, honestly, because I use it so much now.
Because it's true. We really are.
Or sometimes you use it without realizing you're using it. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, dang. Yeah. Everybody goes, oh, just like your podcast.
There it is.
There it is. But yes, just be kind to yourself, be kind to others. And if you have certain people or things in your life that are not bringing you joy, let it go.
Yeah.
Or, I mean,
anything that you're second guessing, it's not worth it.
it's not worth it. No, we just need to, like, this whole world's already dark enough, and we can try as much as we can to just be in our happy bubbles.
Yep.
Happy bubbles.
We make our bubbles and we keep them afloat.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time with our beautiful guests. Yay!
We're gonna be spilling some tea.
Yes, that's gonna be spicy. Bye, guys.
Bye.